let's talk about it. Exceptional X-Men #1. I hoped beyond hope that this was going to be better than X Factor. If you guys haven't seen the X Factor rant, I'll make sure I leave a card up here somewhere. So both issues are from the Ashes, a new beginning. I'm good. I'm so good at this point. I picked this one up in New York at Midtown Comics. I just was hoping that with Exceptional X-Men, seeing Kitty, Emma, that's not Kitty, Kitty, Emma, at least with those two, because they always had great dynamics. If you remember, they were both introduced together. I believe it was in Uncanny X-Men 129, way back in the day with Chris Claremont and John Byrne. And then later in the pages of Astonishing X-Men, there's always that rocky relationship between them because of what happened initially when Emma tried to recruit Kitty for the Hellfire Club. So I was hoping this issue would show something to that degree. But no. So let's talk about made exceptional X-Men. I really don't want to go over this guy. So let's try to muscle through this. This is Eve Ewing, the writer. This is artist Carmen Carino doing the art. Color artist is Nolan Woodard. The letter is VC Joe Sabino. There's everyone else working on the book, along with the 6 jillion other variant covers of modern comics. And if you guys care about Krakoa, there's a read up. Pause it. Check it out. I don't give a shit. Moving on. So, at this point, Kitty was always kind of the wild card of Krakoa. I only read the first issue of Marauders, which I will eventually go over. After that, I noped out and did not give a damn. But she was the only one that couldn't go through the Krakoan gates through a good majority until the end, and we went over that ass-tastic book. But essentially, no mutants could go through it except her. So it was kind of like this inverse. And so with the fall of Krakoa, Kitty's moved back to Chicago, and she goes, home has meant a lot of things to me over the years. Deerfield was where I grew up, Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters, Krakoa, sort of, the helm of a pirate ship. You could say I'm pretty adaptable, that I can make a home wherever I go, but that's more or less because they were my home. My people were my home ever since I was such a scrawny little kid. The X-Men were home, and now I'm kind of drifting along, and I've barely had time to think about it, even if I wanted to, which, to be clear, I don't. I don't want to think about it. So I'm keeping busy. 2 words that are a bartender's worst nightmare: bottomless brunch. Sling enough mimosas and I won't have 3 brain cells to spare on the X-Men. Ugh, talk about a mouth sandwich. And then you're thinking maybe we'll see something really dramatic. For example, like when Kitty, what was it, the Wolverine and Kitty miniseries, after Peter essentially broke up with her because he found a wife in the Beyonders universe. She passed away, and he just said that his feelings toward Kitty had changed. And because of that, it broke her. And so she went back to Deerfield to kind of refine herself, and that's when she found out her dad was dealing with the Yakuza in Japan, and that's how we got that whole awesome miniseries to see how Kitty grew. This is just Kitty working in a mimosa barista coffee shop. Woo, woo. And look, we get Kitty pouring drinks, and then we get the very obvious. So, for example, right here with Krakoa ending. So here I am living a normal life as far away from anything with the letter X on it as I could possibly get. And then we see these 2 dudes talking. I don't know. I feel like a lot of mutants have done really good things. Okay, but it only takes a few of them to decide to eradicate all of us. That's enough to make them dangerous. I'm the girl who walks through the walls. Other than that, I look like what they can call normal. I can pass. They said they were our gods. How are we supposed to take them? I'm glad their ringleader's locked up. You hate to see it come to that, but I feel like it's us or them. It's not the major ones that scare me. The government has them handled. It's the everyday weirdo muties. I know there's one on my daughter's soccer team, and the family is friendly, but it just turns my stomach. Most mutants aren't X-Men. They're just regular people trying to survive. As for me, I'd rather live among the people who hate me than among the shattered remains of the life that I knew. Maybe that makes me a coward, but it hurts too much. Times are bad. And it's like, damn it, we needed 1, 2, 3, 4 pages to say the same thing over and over again. I get that they're trying to say that mutants are again shattered. Whoop-de-doo. I hated Krakoa anyway. But after that, then we get Girl Talk. And then just more of the same stuff where is mutancy contagious? Reports of San Francisco tonight indicate, ugh, who needs TV when you have doom scrolling? And he starts crying, and guys, it was so awkward. Like, I'm not prejudiced, but it's my first time trying the Rant app, and it's the custom skincare. Ugh. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're still blah blahing, blah blahing, blah blahing. I guess Kitty gets stood up on a date. She tries to go out. And while she's standing in line, there's this girl that she's like, I already showed you my ticket. Entry is at the discretion of the venue and the management right now. I'm the management. But my friends, sorry, Trista, opening act is almost over. We'll hit you later. And so he says, I said, get moving. And I guess at this point, her mutant ability activates or whatever. And so we get, I don't know. I mean, the artwork, I will say this. The artwork is a lot better than X Factor. The angle's cool. But it's just, I know they're trying to introduce a new mutant, but it just, all I can see when I see her get mad, she turns into this like metal or whatever she is. It's just so Sailor Moon, I guess. It just doesn't resonate with me. And she punches this poor security guard. I get why she's mad, but it's like, I don't know. I understand why you'd be pissed that you couldn't go in, but man, to just go from like 0 to 100 and slug someone like that. Whew. So anyway, cops are obviously called. And the only action in this book is Kitty finding this mutant and trying to save her life. And then we get all this, hello, Chicago, we're Bunny Starlight. This is not how I wanted to see BSD. You're about to see Juvie. Keep moving. Oh my God, I love your makeup. Thank you. This is supposed to be action. This is supposed, and that's it. There's the action. And then we get the whole thing about who she is. And, you know, she's scared. She's like, I'm so embarrassed. I've never been in a fight. Everyone saw me turn into a metal monster, and that guy was so mean, and it was an accident. I'll never recover from this. And now I'm crying in front of a stranger, which is even worse. It's cool that they're trying to introduce a new character. That's cool. But look at this. That much of the book for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of action. And then more dialogue. More dialogue. What was it all for? Everything we did, everything we lost for this kid to deal with the same old garbage? To almost get shot because she wanted to see a concert? No, she punched a dude in the face. Let's not bury the point here. But anyway, what do I do with my life? And then it's over. With rainbows and glitter and sparkles and unicorns and MySpace.com. What the hell is this, guys? I was bored reading this. There's maybe one little bit, like they what the book should have been. Oh, real quick, I hated this. So we see Kitty kind of having a new lease on life, and it says the end. Okay. LOL, JK. And then it's Emma brooding, and she kind of finds Kitty. And she goes, oh, little Catherine Pride, whatever are you up to? You can run away from the X-Men, Kitty, but you can't run from me. That's sort of how the book should have opened right there. Like this little LOL, just kidding. This should have been the book. And then what would have been kind of cool is maybe like Emma trying to recruit her and Kitty fighting against it. And then maybe along the way, she runs into the girl that assaults a security officer. Because right there, I understand that she's pissed that she can't go see the concert. She's young. I get that. But to just straight up slug someone and then assault them, that's some anger issues. And I get it. Again, it's supposed to kind of like go to that teenage angst. But I guess seeing it from different older eyes, it's like, that was unnecessary. Anyway, there's exceptional X-Men, and it did not feel exceptional at all, guys. It was bad. It was really bad. I didn't like it. Now, if you guys are enjoying all the post Krakoa and stuff and all that's cool. I'm, that's your bag, cool. Everyone's allowed to have their own suggestions, but after reading X-Men for so many years, this is not the X-Men. The X-Men are not cutesy. They've always been able to balance rip-roaring sci-fi action, street-level action, quirky humor. I mean, look at Beast, the way he used to just throw scientific facts and make it fun. But now it's like, oh, joke, sparkle, glitter, LOL, just kidding. I don't know. If you guys have enjoyed this, please first and foremost support your local comic shop or wherever it is like to get your action figures and grab Exceptional X-Men #1 because it's on the stands. And if you guys have enjoyed this review / rant, I really would appreciate if you take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Helps the channel more than you could possibly know. And if you won't mind hitting that fancy little X bell next, subscribe. That way as I continue to upload content, you guys get notified. Come to the channel, and I love talking with you and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments or the socials, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, hope you all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, everyone.